I'm Marcus Burnett, joined by J.L. Hemingway. We appreciate you joining us as we got our final camp game of the girls division. That's a bittersweet phrase to have to utter. It's been a great day of basketball here so far when you look at the matchups from game one on. But nonetheless, this is our fourth and final game here as we see that bucket scored. That's number 80 getting it done.
Shaw Roberts, one of Spitzer Richardson's kids from the Lady Zoom, coming out here, I believe from Smyrna, Tennessee, if I'm not mistaken.
I've heard some good things being said about Smyrna. Both, we had Coach John Wild, who's here at his home facility, as well as Coach Corey Barrett of Riverdale, program that some people in Tennessee might have heard of around here. Both talked about how Smyrna, that area, what it's producing, and definitely an area you want to keep your eye on.
Marcus, just overall, just a great day, and like you said, it's gone by too quickly, and a nice drive there by number 33 there in white. That's Aislinn Hayes, Anastasia Hayes' sister, and then right back the other direction is Alasia Hayes, so it's the sister act right here on both ends, and right back at you.
And I wouldn't want to run a 40 against any of them. I'll pass on a foot race against any one of those three.
Well, I don't know if this is some sort of a conspiracy here by the two sisters. Hey, I'll let you score if you let me score.
Three from the top of the key. Money ball shot there. That's number 70 with the bucket.
Yeah, Bendy, if I'm not mistaken, and Hayes coming back down the other direction. Missing the layup, though, this time.
Hayes versus Hayes here at the point guard position.
One's a 7th grader, one's an 8th grader. I'm still learning their names. They're going to get her with that travel right there. But Coach Corey Barrett, he's not going to have his hands full. He's going to be quite happy to deal with all of this point guard talent for the next couple of years.
Point guard talent across the board. We look at some of the players, some of his players that he's got here: Brene Alexander, Caroline Patrick. You talked about Hayes already.
Yeah, Alexis Winnington as well too. She had a big game down there just a moment ago.
Nice block inside. Extra effort on behalf of number 76, Emmeline Payne. It's going to get Payne a trip to the free throw line.
Payne, a good, solid prospect, a guard. Saw her at the Coach Hemi workout the showcase back in March. Good shooter, although she misses that, but a kid that's going to work hard. As you see her shooting the gap right there on defense, getting the deflection. This girl's really getting after it, even here in game 2.
Finish there on the inside, number 33, Aislinn Hayes. 8-8 ball game here early on. Nearly stolen away, but still with Team Black. She got a foul there on the play. Number 211, Allison Mayu to inbound.
Sad to see it come and go so quickly, but, we had a great turnout here, Marcus. Close to 70 high school age girls, not to mention the middle school age girls that were in here. The Hayes sisters, as once again you see the nice bank shot there. But overall, this is a good opportunity for them to gain some exposure. A couple of college coaches down there in the corner from here in the Middle Tennessee area. Chance for them to get on the radar, so to speak, for some local schools. And then, from a national standpoint, you talk about prospectsnation.com, the media site that we work with, Marcus, the video, the evaluations, and really the whole thing. No better opportunity for these young ladies to come out here and really show what they can do.
You gotta love how you can get, whatever your content appetite is, you can go to prospectsnation.com and get it, whether it's your articles, short clips, full game archives, and as well as all the evaluation info that you guys provide as well via the articles and the Jump Off Plus.
Yeah, a number of prospects have even taken advantage of that feature player evaluation. Chris Watkins, you can follow him at Chris Watkins, PSB. That's Chris with a K, by the way. He's our video coordinator. He breaks down the film and put an evaluation up for a lot of those kids. You know, on the website, nearly 1 million clicks every month that ProspectsNation.com gets.
Clicking on that jump shot, number 169. That's Brianna Jackson.
Coming back the other direction, number 33. Was that a three-point bucket there?
Aislinn
by
Hayes.
Yeah. It's been the Hayes show here this afternoon.
That it has. Not a whole lot of room to work with. It's stolen, coming the other way. Hayes with the steal.
You can see that's a family trait, being able to get up into high gear, and a nice pass there to be able to dump that off to number 80, Shaw Roberts again.
Roberts with the closeout. And going inside. Trip to the free throw line coming for number 210, Hannah Leftwich. Leftwich out of Sparta, Tennessee.
That's just right down the interstate, a couple exits. I should say Interstate 24. Lefty here getting a good first look at her. A nice looking free throw there.
You know, it's a lot of good girls basketball across the country, so no disrespect to any other area, but you know, every time I come up here for one of these workouts, I just think about what what Christian Simmons, our lead trainer here, the discussion that we have, and for us, two big barometers are if you can do what you do off of 75/85 and off of 24 each, then that means you can pretty much do it anywhere when you look at girls basketball. And I think both of those areas really reflect how tough it is to be able to compete. When you look at the prospects available in both of those areas, Middle Tennessee as well as that Atlanta area.
Yeah, that corridor, 24 to 75 to 85. I think I'm missing 285, probably Interstate 285 down in there. But you're right, a lot of good girls basketball, and really contrasts in styles in many ways.
Yeah.
You know, the up-tempo style, you know, of Atlanta basketball, guard play a lot of times. And then Middle Tennessee, you know, always known for, you know, the good shooters, the good fundamental basketball as well. So, hey, if you're a college coach, you really want to cultivate that area, and you could probably get the best of both worlds just moving up and down that interstate.
And Coach Wild touched on a great job at some of the in-state schools, and you know, Middle Tennessee, Austin P. You know, you mentioned Tennessee State, Belmont, a few others, but how they've done a good job. You know, you won't keep all of your talent necessarily in-state, but you just want to at least be able to maximize that pipeline of in-state players. And Coach Wild felt like, you know, the universities and colleges here in this state have done a pretty good job of doing so. So back to the action. Team White to inbound it. Trip to the free throw line coming for number 79, Kyra Pryor. Pryor out of Collierville, Tennessee.
Collierville's got a lot of good prospects, and a nice free throw there by, was that Pryor that knocked that down? Excuse me, if it was.
Yeah.
Start talking about Jayla Hemingway and other talented prospects over there in Collierville. Hemingway actually playing over there on court 2 right now.
13-13 ball game, 6:30 left to play. Nice pass right there by number 76. That's Payne. Intended for 212, Barrett Herring. Herring out of Hoover, Alabama. Sportstown, I'm sure a lot of people outside of Alabama know about after the MTV Two-A-Day series a while back. Three-pointer on the way.
Nice jumper there by Stockoff. You know, this is the advantage, you know, that we have here at this workout, to be able to see some new faces. Stockoff, one of those kids wearing the Brentwood Academy shorts right there. I probably have seen her from time to time, but she'll be one of those talented guards that we'll keep an eye on for sure when it comes to the JumpOffPlus.com.
The Brentwood Academy name is trending here today, man. When you look at Stockhoff, Schoenwald, as well as Maggie Brown, you can go back and see that archive of Game 3. You'll definitely be able to see what we mean when we talk about Brown, Schoenwald, and Brentwood Academy.
Another nice free throw there by Pryor. Good, solid young group right here, Marcus. Glad to have all of these young ladies in the building, and special thanks to all their parents for bringing them out. Nice looking jumper right there, even though it was off the mark. I spoke too soon, but you like to see that shooter's body, you know, 2'11" there, right there. That's Allison Mayu.
Yeah, I like
the high release, excuse me.
Just going to comment on the variety that we've been able to see in the event today, Hemi. You know, you talked about the youth that's, you know, on the court now, but that we've seen younger players, we've seen some of the older players, but you know, we've seen smaller, quick guards, we've seen stronger guards, we've seen some post play. You look at Maggie Wright as well as Shelby Gibson. You know, you look at a Chastity Carter, play at the guard position, but also run the wing. So I mean, I've just really loved this melting pot of basketball we've been able to have so far here today.
Marcus, we've all worked very hard, you know, within the Peach State basketball organization. And of course, you know, we work, you know, for Brandon Clay. Nice shot right there by Emmeline Payne. You know, we run a number of different tournaments, but also the EBA series, and you see the Elite Basketball Academy logo on all of the jerseys, you know, that the girls are wearing right here. And what that logo really, you know, represents is, you know, we have a number of different trainers that, you know, take pride and really developing these kids' skills. You know, what we saw when we got into the game 7-8 years ago was that there were lots of camps out there, but it was pretty much just kind of roll the basketball out there, let kids play, but, you know, not a lot of instruction on the exposure side of things. And we've really worked hard to blend those two things, you know, skill and exposure.
Mission accomplished, Chief, and that bucket inside, number 73, Emily Garner, gets it to go.
Emily Garner out of Alabama. We actually saw her brother back in March, Spencer Gardner, at the CoachHemi.com Spring Showcase. Spencer, a senior down there in Scottsboro, Alabama. He's going to be a kid that's going to go on and play some college basketball if he chooses to do so. And his sister right here getting a good look at her as well, playing with the Alabama Stars, I believe, during the summertime.
Bang, bang on the three-pointer. That's number 169 there, Brianna Jackson.
Jackson, a good, strong, solid guard right here, now showing that she can shoot the ball, too.
Off the mark on the shot there. That rebound was brought in by Aaron Daniels, number 74.
Nice pass.
Good pass there by Jackson, but you talked about Jackson's strength.
Yeah.
She had one defender falling over the top of her, another one running into her, and they seemed to be affected by the contact more than she was.
Yeah, Brentwood Academy, Brianna Jackson.
Hayes, a little too strong on the layup.
Nice shot. I like that shot. Even though it didn't fall, I really like how she got her feet underneath her, got her balance underneath her. Jackson's going to be one of those kids that you can see has that natural upper body strength. She's going to be a good driver. She keeps working that jumper, as you see right now. She's going to be a complete point guard in a couple years.
She's feeling the J. Gave her kudos on the last shot. Looked good, just wouldn't stay down, but she followed right back with one. But there we've got number 80, Shea Roberts. She got another triple.
Yeah, Roberts having a big half here, coming through with a number of different buckets.
Look good off the hands. That's number 75, Raquel Reese.
Coming right back with the steal, trying to get the three-point play. Reese out of the Louisville area. Really like her skill set as a guard, has that size, strength. And you saw the jumper there just a moment ago too.
Smooth stroke from the free throw line. Good to go. Making it a 25-22 ball game. That shot just short. But right there to pick up the piece is number 78. That's Catherine Stockhoff. 17 seconds left to play here in the first half. 24-25 ball game.
Nice cut there by Reese. Good footwork. You know, that looks like one of those old drills right there that, you know, flash, catch in the lane, step across, be able to finish. Reese doing it big right there.
That's going to do it for the first half. Of course, Reese's free throw will complete it. She's good to go. Again, Marcus Burnett joined by J.L. Hemingway. You're watching the CoachHemi.com fall workout here on Prospects Nation TV, powered by the SUV. We'll see you back here after the halftime. And we are back here at the CoachHemi.com fall workout. Prospects Nation TV, powered by the SUV, ready to get second half action underway. A little bit of pressure being applied up top. Foul called there on the play as we saw Aislinn Hayes and Shay Roberts converging on the ball handler. Good pass inside. Good seal off initially. The pass inside is going to result in a trip to the free throw line for Keisha Bendy. Not Bendy's first trip to the charity stripe in this game. She's been active, as attacked, both in the fast and in the fast break setting, as well as in the half court. The floater's good to go. It's good by number 213, Michaela Wilson, another Brentwood Academy representative here today. Wilson with the rebound. Coast to coast, layup drill. Finished by Wilson. A lot of young pieces that are going to make a good program there at Brentwood Academy. Good stroke there, though. Number 211, Allison Mayo.
Your man told me to come down here and put headphones on or something.
Pass ahead, little bit too tall. That'll go just off the hand of number 79, Kyra Pryor. I've got the pleasure of having Coach Brian Glazner join me on the mic. Coach Glazner, the coaches here at Wilson Central, alongside Coach Wild, whom we had on earlier. Coach, your thoughts on the Coach Hemi Fall workout from what you've been able to see thus far?
Well, there's a lot of action, a lot of great players here. It's a good opportunity for young ladies to get out of their element and try different skill levels and see how they mesh with other young ladies.
It's been fun being able to not only see the players get better, but also see some of the coaches here on hand and be able to watch that side as we have a nice jumper from the top of the key knocked down by number 33. That's Aislinn Hayes. But talking about coaches watching their players get better, it's funny because Coach Wild was on the air and he talked about Addison Bird, some of the things she does strongly, but also how he was looking for more improvement from the three-point side of things. Now, I've seen her knock down about 5 or 6 three-pointers just in the past, I'd say 15, 20 minutes or so. Your thoughts on being able to see, Addison, but other players in this setting?
Well, it's one thing that Addison's been doing in the last couple of months has been working on her perimeter shot and stuff. She needs to be stronger with the ball, like Coach Wildwood talked about. But with her form and stuff on the perimeter, she's gotten better, and it's good to see that she's starting to connect a little bit more.
That free throw off the mark. Rebounded by number 211. That's Allison Mayo. Three-pointer on the way. Too strong off the rim. But Coach, who are some of the, and you may not know them by name or you might just know them by number, but let me know some of the other players you've enjoyed watching outside of, just the players that might play for your program.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of girls that from the Murfreesboro area that I'm familiar with and stuff. And it's good to see them. I've been coaching a AAU program the last 4 years here, trying to get our kids ready for our program, terminology, what we're looking for as far as work ethic and stuff, and seeing a lot of these younger players now that I've seen over the last few summers, and their games have been expanded and stuff. So, like the Hayes kids and, the post player from Oakland over there, Shelby Gibson.
Yeah.
And, I've seen these kids a lot in the last 3 summers and stuff, and seeing them, developing to stronger people, and also see what they're doing differently than they have last year and stuff, and developing their game. And then stuff like this, what we talked about, it helps, them get out of a little bit of element, see what they can interact with other kids. And, they don't have play sets, it's more read and react kind of situation. So they can get out of their element and see what they can do and then what they can't do too. So, and when you play against more athletic people, get you, you have to try to do some things different, and now when you go home, you know what you can work on.
It's a great point, Coach. There's no point where there's any sort of challenge or, departure from the norm. It's hard to get better in those type of situations. So, great point there. We've got about 9 minutes, 53 seconds left to play here in this second half. We're going to have a foul here. That's going to send number 76 to the free throw line, Emmeline Payne. So, Coach, given your AAU background, just your coaching background overall, high school as well, your thoughts on this part of the state and this part of the country, just from a girls' basketball perspective.
Well, in the last few, Middle Tennessee is really strong in girls basketball and their skill level. This is my 4th year here at Wilson Central. I was the head coach over at Bradley Central over in Cleveland, Tennessee for 7 years, and so I know a lot of teams from the east part over there too. And when I was over there, and also at Franklin County before that, we'd travel and play a lot of different places from North Carolina, Florida, to Alabama area, Hoover. We go all those places and play different people just to get your kids out of the element and to see different styles of play. When you go across the South and stuff. So, it's really different when you see a lot of different teams from when you go to national tournaments and AAU and see what different types of styles that kids have, and you have to find what fits your personnel the best too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Coach Hemme and I were talking about, just some of the different styles of play. Atlanta, some of the good basketball that it has sometimes, at times it can be a little bit more up-tempo and be a different kind of game, but then you've got some of your purest shooters here from this part of the country as well. And, of course, you've got some similarities between both groups because I'd say Anastasia Hayes and Dangerfield say speed runs aplenty up here as well.
Well, Dangerfield, she's a totally different animal. She's so quick, and she's expanding her game where she can shoot really well outside, but she does a good job of getting her teammates involved by distributing the ball in different situations with penetration, reading that in midair and then kicking out or finishing on a layup. So she can do a lot of different things. She's a very dangerous player. Lives up to her name.
Yeah. Couldn't agree more, Coach. So we're going to have a batch of substitutions on both sides. Just over 7 minutes left to play here in this one.
Yeah, another kid that we have playing today is Kendall Spray. She's gonna be a junior this year. Very good outside shooter. Very heady player. Unassuming the way she does. I think her number's 23. I think so. But she, like I said, she's always around the ball. The ball comes off the rim. She finds a way to find it. She's a very good passer. Very unselfish. Sometimes we like for her to be a little bit more selfish because she shoots the three very well, and but she can get her shot off different people. So and we're trying to get her to do things out of her comfort zone to make her expand her game too. So and she's gotten better over the last 2 or 3 weeks, and we can see a lot of difference because they're playing different kind of pickup, travel ball kind of situations, and then of course showcases like this.
Anastasia Hayes, that was Alasia Hayes that got the last 3-pointer there for Team Black. As we see Shay Roberts get the kiss off the window to go, but it's pushed quickly the other way there by number 70. A little bit not enough on the shot, but good push.
Yeah, she got great speed coming up there using her right hand and using her body as she's going up to the rim.
Now, Coach, you touched on a player that with her ability to shoot the three, you almost at times want her to be a little bit more selfish. What do you think is the lesser of two evils? Having a player that, has the tools, but maybe you need to teach to be a little bit more unselfish, or having a player that has the tools and you think they need to be a little more selfish? Which one is the lesser of two?
Well, I think it's if you got somebody that ball hawks it a lot and shoots and stuff, and they're really aggressive with the ball and they try to score a lot, it's easier to pull them back, I think. And there's one that you want them to be more aggressive and stuff. In this game, they have to be more aggressive and handle the ball better, and faster with a dribble, harder drive, and work on their skill level. So if somebody's a little bit more selfish, I think it's easier to pull them back and rein them in than trying to kick somebody up and try to make them more selfish. So
yeah, it's my vote as well, coaches. We got a steal by Hayes. Nice hustle there, getting back on the defensive end. Again, that's number 70. That's Keisha Bendy. But Bendy going to pick up the foul. It's going to send Hayes to the free throw line.
Yeah, these younger Hayes girls got great speed and court awareness too. And they do a good job of breaking on the ball. They're very aggressive.
In and out on the free throw. This stroke just wouldn't stay down, Coach. Coach Wild talked earlier about how, you know, free throws, how important they are. We all know how important they are, but sometimes the shooting numbers in the game don't always reflect that sometimes.
Well, that's true. I mean, you know, that's why they call them free throws. Nobody's guarding you. Those are very, very valuable. I mean, one thing that we used to shoot like 100 free throws every practice. So and there's only so many you can do. So
Catherine Stockhoff with that last bucket. Catherine Stockhoff with that last bucket on the fast break. Like how that fast break ran. They think the ball touched the floor a couple times, but they did a good job of just moving it forward, passing it ahead. Number 169, Jackson with it up top. Jackson had a good first half, was able to knock down a few three-pointers, and also uses her strength. That jump hook off the mark. Barrett Herring with the rebound in traffic. We've had some prospects here today, Coach, with some very good size, despite being, you know, class of 2018 and younger in different instances.
well, and a lot of these bigger girls that we were talking about earlier, that they have very good footwork and ball skills as far as catching the ball and turning real easy. Seems like it's easy to them, so you know they've been working on it too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's some good talent in these younger classes.
Jackson trying to weave through traffic.
Nice crossover.
Jackson fouled on the floor, another Brentwood Academy representative. Number 75, Raquel Reese. Reese, a guard with some good size out there as well. She's going to get called for the travel here, though.
Yeah, there's a lot of different kids from all over the area here. That's a real good sampling of young ladies in the Middle Tennessee area.
Just over 2 minutes left to play. It's a 2-point ball game. So, again, it's one of those settings to where, you know, are the scores of camp games going to be reported to the local newspaper? You know, no, they won't. But from a standpoint of both teams and players competing to the final buzzer, it's nice to be able to see camp games that kind of go down to a wire. Because like you said, Coach, it's another opportunity to evaluate a player in that kind of setting.
Well, and they have to understand who they're playing with, and they have to, you know, identify those kind of things. What can that player do well for me? And, you know, if I drive, if that girl going to cheat in, my teammate's going to be open on the outside. So it's a real read because, you know, there's no scouting report. They have to do their stuff on the fly here. So it's a good evaluation on how they have court awareness and how they're able to think on the fly.
That's a great point, Coach. I think, you know, you talked about it with Krista Dangerfield earlier. You know, she does just that when she gets in those kind of settings. Brianna Jackson continues to show a nice touch from outside.
Yeah, nice head fake and let the...
It makes it a 41-40 ball game after that last Jackson bucket. Strong take and the finish. Emmeline Payne. 43-40 ball game in favor of Team White. A minute left to play. Might have been a play right there, Coach, where Jackson was maybe a little too unselfish. She's been feeling it from outside. She had plenty of space. Tried to make the better pass.
Well, and that's knowing you know, there's about a minute to go, and in this situation, and the way they've been breaking on the ball, they could steal it, and there she is almost stealing the ball again. So.
It's a 3-point ball game. We've got 30 seconds left to play. Team Black trying to force a turnover.
And there it is.
They get it. Jackson with the steal. They take the 2 instead of the 3. That was number 73 there with the bucket. That's Emily Garner. Coach Parmley coaching his team, telling them to just get it in. They do just that, and that is going to do it for this one. Again, I'm Marcus Burnett. Appreciate Coach Glazner joining me here on the microphone at the Coach Hemi Fall Workout. Be sure to check the archives as well to see the previous 3 games before that. Coach, it's been a pleasure. Appreciate your time, sir.
Great meeting you.